Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Ravens Outpost. And this is Morning Coffee with Lee. How's everybody doing this morning? Check and see who all's in chat here. Oh, Miss Judy Wheeler, good morning. Brandy, good morning. Miss Ray, how you doing? Good morning. Stevie B, good morning. Mr. Lee 3PO, good afternoon. Good evening. Let's see. Sandra Piper, Miss Sandpiper, how you doing this morning? Hope everybody's doing good. Pyromedic, good morning. Good morning. Hope you had a good night, man. Let's see. Max Powers in the house. Max freaking Powers in the house. Papa C, good morning. Sorry about the delay. I got a sick youngin' at home. Went to bed with a scratchy throat, woke up with another fever. I don't know. It's low grade. But, it's just, you know how that is. It's just enough to make you feel, ugh. So we've kind of got that down and still working on it and then giving him a little something rather to eat. Ashley's working on that, and then she's going to go to the store. So that's a rundown for the morning. How y'all doing? Haven't done that in a while. So you see the title, Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters. Yeah, ginger ale. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Good afternoon, Brett. Yeah, I've talked about this for a while, and I've talked about how my theory about how energy, frequency, and vibration affects how we see everything. And then again, I think it also affects how everything sees us. Yep, gonna work on that too, Mr. Lee. Yep, Big's chest rub. My son actually loves that stuff. He knows what it's all about. He's pretty smart. Gets that from his mama, from me. But ever since I come across the concept of studying energy, frequency, and vibration as a point of reference to what what we see and hear in the world, how we interact with things, how everything has its own unique frequency, own unique vibration, own unique energy. We're all energy. We're all frequencies and vibration, and it tends to. I look at in some respects. I'm not everyone, but I see a lot of correlations between low frequency vibrations and paranormal encounters. That's right. Let's see. Collective frequency, absolutely. Right down to consciousness. Everything. There's a consciousness and will to everything, even down to the cellular structure. I'm talking to the atomic level. That's scientifically proven. That's not a theory. Okay, and exactly likes likeness. So let's see. I look at one prime example, one story that everyone's familiar with, and that's Carrie Arnold's encounter. I've used this, as an example. You know, you look at everything that happened to him up to the point of his encounter. He had experienced a lot of loss. Okay, a lot of loss. And then he had his encounter. Wes Germer and his brother. They went out. They were experiencing a lot of loss and they were grieving. And they just went out as brothers and just, wanted to be alone and just, you know, deal with it as brothers, you know. And then they had their encounter with that troop, group, tribe of Sasquatch, whatever. And I do believe it's low frequency vibration that sometimes has, effect on what type of encounter you have. It's exactly right. Right. That's mm-hmm. Yep. Wow. Are you sensitive, Mr. Lee? That's all right. I'd have to look into that before I bite on that tall ones. I don't know. He's been pretty consistent. Um, I don't know. I think yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with that. In our low frequency state, do we do we manifest these things? Do we bring this about? Do we attract this? I don't know. Just a second, guys. Let's see. See, that's what I'm talking about. Um, how some people, I believe, their vibrational frequency is tuned just right to where otherworldly, extra dimensional beings or what have you are attracted to it, like a moth to a flame. Really, it's just there. You have high frequency vibrations, you have low frequency vibrations. The low ones are where you're at of course, your low emotional state. You're sad, and there's something going on. Now, it's not always bad. Now, I had a coworker confide in me, and we hadn't known each other. I guarantee you, we hadn't known each other 3 hours at this point when he revealed to me something that he revealed to very, very, very few people, like two people in his life, and that he was going through a very bad time in his life, very low emotional frequency. He was working. It was early in the morning. He was making a delivery, um, and he saw something standing in the road behind him, right by the loading dock of a place where he was going to, drop off his stuff. And he said he swears up and down it was an angel, and it changed everything. I mean, he told me about these markings that were on him. I said, it very well could have been the Enochian language, the language of angels, the whatever, what they referred to as angels. It's not. Let's see. Let's go back here. That's, exactly. Exactly. I believe that too. Hmm. It's a good way to gauge things. Your thoughts. Thoughts travel. I mean, it's my personal opinion that thoughts travel. They carry weight. Your thoughts, your intention. Your thoughts influence your intention. Your intention influences everything else around you because of your vibrational frequency. Right? Good conversation. Uh, Perception. Exactly. Where are you at when you're in a low vibrational frequency state? Where are you at? What's happening? You know, it's something I've been thinking about. I was reading something the other night, and it just got me to thinking. Let's see. Divining rods are unique. Not everybody can use them. I agree with that. I agree with that. That's why in my statement earlier I said, angels and what we've been told about. It's a sticky subject for us to get into, and I don't know if I'm thinking everybody's ready for me to rip the Band-Aid off on that one. Yes, yes. Um, See, it's all interrelated. There's a science to the woo. Freaking hate that. I call it high strangeness. That woo is I don't just I dislike that term almost as much as I hate. Well, probably more than I hate the term Bigfoot. God, I hate that. I put that in the title because it's something people gravitate to and just understand. If I said the tall ones, the forest folk, people are like, "What kind of crack is he smoking?" No, 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 no. So that's why I put that in there. Let's see. Yeah, there's. Let's see. So all this is unexplained science. I I absolutely believe that. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, usually. Yep. Um, Absolutely. I mean, look at just how triggered we get over certain things as a species. And I don't care what color your skin is. That don't mean a that don't mean a damn hill of beans to me. Um, that's just a unique shade of color you've got. It only matters to me when somebody else makes it an issue. It doesn't mean anything to me. I wasn't raised that way. Being human beings, all of us, it's deeper than the shell that we see. That energy, that frequency, that vibration is what we are. It's our soul, you know. Yeah. Let's see. Excuse me. Put that there. It's going to be a distraction. Um, Water. I'm not a big, I'm not a big fan of water. I never have been. I don't know why. Um, I like being by the water. The sound is soothing, but if I'm on or in the water, uh-uh, nope. um, my wife's great grandmother she said that she had a saying that that's more water than you can drink, and I'm like, that's that's really fitting, you know. Yep, meat suit. Yeah, I've called it that once or twice in my past. Um, all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration. That we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. Bill, yes, yes, I believe that. See, this right here, everything I'm reading here in chat is is a beautiful thing. We're having a great conversation here this morning. Me, power makes me. Da, 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 da. Morning, Eric. How you doing, man? Guardian angels. Yeah. If I've got one, that poor Joker's been he's earned his paycheck. That's for sure. I know that's true. I was working for a car dealership. 90, I want to say it was 90, 95. Yeah, it was in 95. I was working for a car dealership then, and we're having some big event, some customer appreciation thing. And I was out directing traffic into this in the lot. I had some type of music guest. I can't remember who it was there, but I was out there for about 6 hours in the sun. My shoulders and my back. I was wearing a tank top at the time. It was hot, and I blistered up. I mean, it was. I got sick. I got physically ill along with that. Oh, it was awful. It was awful. Um, by the way, just to inform you, this is a short week. I'm going to be doing some family stuff from after today. Well, after the show, we're going to be doing some family stuff and getting things together, gearing up for Sunday, Christmas Day. Um, I may have a Christmas Eve thing. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how things go. Just kind of keep an eye out. So I might do an hour special there. But as of today, this will be the last show for the week. Um, Absolutely. Yeah. Poor little fella, give some Tylenol, probably about around 7, some Advil now, alternate that stuff to just try and keep that fever down. And keeping his little butt in the bed. Um, let's see. Mm, okay. Let me t- let me text a little woman real quick and let her know that Max needs bows. And this is a fact. This is a fact. Ray is if I can convince him to stay in the bed, it's because I give him an iPad so he can watch his shows right there. Yeah, yeah. I see the irony in that. It's something we just do, you know. It's just it's just what we do. Just what we do. Is it crazy? The bribe. Absolutely. I can tell. It's somebody so well that you just can tell when something's wrong. Um, like my boy, it's not just him. I'm trying to explain this. It's something I can feel. It's like when my wife is feeling bad, she doesn't have to tell me. I know. I absolutely know that. I absolutely know that she feels bad and she feels good. I don't really know when she's mad. Uh, mm, Absolutely, we do to some extent. It's it's been uh, well. I'll talk to you about that later, Ray. Um, mm, Thank you, Mr. Lee. I appreciate that. That little boy's tough as nails, though. When it comes to that, I mean, he'll he'll be sick and acting like he's not. It's crazy. I wish I could be like that. Eric, take it easy, man. I'm glad you stopped by, Hoss. I'll shout at you after a while. All right, man. Papa C, you be careful out there. Yeah, yeah. I've been there. If you see me looking off in an odd angle or direction, it's because I've changed my camera. If you haven't picked up on that, I've changed the position of my camera, try to work things around, get a different angle, and all that. And I will actually look in the direction where the old camera used to be. It's just out of habit. Hey, that's a ground pounder's motto. He gets it honest. It's been ingrained in me. Yeah, Yeah, I need a new chair. I wasn't in this chair maybe 20 minutes yesterday. Whatever what time no, I was in it after the show, maybe 20 minutes after the show, so an hour and 20 minutes. Um, so I'm sitting I'm just using the chair seat. I'm not even using the back. It's awful. Yes, I've come to realize that. Um, a sensory perception uh, thing that y'all have, it's hard to wrap my mind around sometimes. Um, I want to tell you something that's been going on with me here lately, and some people chalk it up to cold weather, all this other stuff, but it's been happening to me for a little while now, and it'll happen during warm weather. I build up a static electric charge, and I hold that sucker. Every time I get out of my vehicle, I'll touch the door. Yeah, and this has happened twice now. It will shock me, and it'll be so bad it freaking hurts. I mean, it's not a little sting. I mean, it freaking hurt. So I'm holding it too. I told you yesterday I was nothing but a big kid. So I don't know. You mentioned this, right? Yeah. My son this morning said, my old dog, my old buddy, Rocky, he said, my son, he said, Daddy, I said, I'm pretty sure Rocky's a ghost. I said, really? What makes you say that? He said, well, ever since I was a baby, y'all said he was a guardian to me. And he was. He was. I said, yes. Well, what do you mean? Keep talking. Tell me what you know. He said, because sometimes I can feel him. Yeah. And there are times when I felt him too. I think he's still here. I think he's still hanging around. I can Ray, I can literally see that in my head because I've been there and done that. Oh my lord. It's like a Christmas tree twinkling. Forensic Mystics, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be. I'm not sure exactly where everyone's located, so please forgive me. See, y'all got it together. Y'all got it together. Hold that static electric charge. I got out. I picked my boy up from a bus stop yesterday and got home and got out the vehicle. And it popped, man. It hit my finger. It's on the back of my hand. And it's like, Jesus, man. It's like, pow. I mean, it was audible. Audible. And I've done that. And I'll build up a static electric charge standing outside and go over, touch the door handle to get in the house and turn the handle. And damn it, if it don't pop me again. That used to happen to my sister when we were little. Yes. Yes. Towels and blankets. Towels especially. Thank you. Thank you. Sharing is caring, my man. Uh, it's it's a way to make the channel grow a little bit. Wow. It may be, I don't know. My son's a little bit more comfortable sleeping in rooms now than he used to. It could be the fact that he's getting older, but I kind of doubt that. He's a very spiritual individual. Mm, let's see. What else is everybody saying? You know what? I might be able to arrange that for you. He sees things a lot of people don't. And I understand it. Freaks my wife out, but I understand it. I'm not going to say at first it doesn't freak me out a little bit, but I think you're right, Mr. Lee. I'll snap off a few pictures, might catch something next time you. Yeah. It's funny. What in the world? What just happened? It just kicked me out of the studio. What? What I was saying was, um, let's see. Oh, just a second. Terry Brown, good morning. Good morning. Danny, good morning. Bigfoot and on. Been a while, brother. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to morning coffee. Grab your favorite beverage and have a sip. I'm glad everybody decided to show up this morning. But I do honestly believe that our frequency can change depending on what type of mood we're in, you know? Um, let's see. These children have come to teach us. Most adults are incapable of truly listening. This is true. This is absolutely true. And I listen to what he has to say. I do. And it's opened me up a lot. On a side note, who's been watching Nikki's channel here lately? Um, you know, Hey Man Hoaxes and Hoodwinks over there where she's been doing all that cooking. Damn, she's been making me hungry. Wow. Richie, morning, my man. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I love Nikki too. She's great. Talking to Molly's. Yeah, man. Life is a distraction. It really is. And I meant what I said yesterday. About us. We're all slaves. You know, the freedom is an illusion. Um, to be truly free, we'd have to break free from all these bonds that are keeping us down. And well, a lot of us aren't able to do that. You need a certain skill set to be free. You really do. Why is that, Richie? I'm I'm flattered. I really am, and I'm glad you're here. But I'm curious as to why you're only going to listen to me now. I'm flattered. I'm glad you're here. Please stay. Yeah, enjoy having you guys around. Yeah, I've known a person or two like that who couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. Right. And what does that deed mean? You know, it says you are the temporary occupant of this space. Eminent domain says that our crooked ass government can come in and take whatever they want from you, whenever they want from you, if they have the reason to do so. You know, sometimes I can hear the sarcasm dripping off of your every word, but this is true. Maybe because maybe the reason why the tall ones, the forest folk, are so elusive from us and play games with us all the time is because, and they don't want to really have much to do with us other than out of blatant curiosity, is because they just don't want to be mixed up in our BS. They don't want to have no part of it. No part of it. Oh. Yeah. There's this place my son talks about. He calls it future heaven. And it's a place that's separate from here. It's different. He wants. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. No sarcasm there. What if Bigfoot is just free people? Um, what was I saying? Oh my God, I'm so awful with that. But my son talks about a place that isn't here. It kind of freaked me out at first. I've talked about this before, I think, when he talked about missing his other family. I'm like, your other family? He said, yeah, my other family in future heaven. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? It it kind of freaked me out there for a minute there. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? And the more he talked about it, and more I learned about star seeds, you know. Hmm, yep. So I mean, and I've encouraged him. I sat down and I said, "What all do you remember about it?" He said, "I remember just about everything." I said, just keep remembering everything you can about it. Don't lose that." I said, "The older you get, sometimes that memory might fade. Don't let don't let this life make you forget the other one. Don't." I said, "That's going to separate you from all these other people." Um, my nephew's like that. My nephew, his autism. Um, he's on right there with my son, uh, in that regard of his intelligence. It's just wow, the way he picks up on stuff. It's uncanny. Um, I love it now. I think I was like, oh, he's got autism. It's a handicap. No, it's not. No, it's not. In some regards, maybe we might view it that way, but only because we're ignorant. We're ignorant. Now, in my personal opinion, I think it's a mutation. It's something that it's an advancement to a degree. I mean, it's it's incredible. I wouldn't have my son any other way. I feel blessed. I feel absolutely blessed that he has this ability, that he has this advancement. It's fantastic. Uh, oh lordy. A lady had a boy who said, I came down on a blue string through your head into your tummy. She'd had a miscarriage before he was born. He said, sorry it didn't come the first time. I was too scared. Wow. See, this is where I'm at. And I cherish whatever time he wants to spend time with me. And it's not just because he's my son. Right. Right. They just are. See, I need to go back and watch that again. Uh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, come on now. Turn back that autofocus on, and I'll be damned if it doesn't start doing that mess again. Y'all want the greatest sheets on earth. 100% raw cotton, bowl and branch. Mm-hmm. That's right. So his frequency's been different, and my wife, she just doesn't get it. God love her, she just doesn't get it. She doesn't understand. She just puts her head in the sand. She refuses to have anything to do with that, and she just thinks it's weird. And we've had a couple of tiffs about that. I said, our son is not crazy. He's not making shit up. It's not just being a kid, having imaginary friends. Imaginary friends don't scare the piss out of you. Not like that. He sees things. He's aware of things. He knows. Richie, I've just got my boy. He's the only one I've got. He's a handful. It's been it's been easier for him than it has been for us because we have had to learn a whole different skill set. We've had to rewire our brain for a different way of thinking for exactly how to deal with um, how he is, and have and saying that is sounds derogatory. It really does, and having to deal with that, it's our we've had to adapt to him, not the other way around, and we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot through him, and what I mean by that, Ray, is that where we've had to learn from him, learn about him, and his abilities and his mannerisms, what he is sensitive to, and all this other stuff. It's been a lot for us up to this point to you know wrap our head around. But I think we've got it now. I really do. I think we've got it now. It's made me a better person. It has made me a better person um, learning about him. And you're right, Ray. It opens doors you never knew existed, and um, it's helped me down my path of understanding, and that's why I'm talking about today about Bigfoot and paranormal encounters and how our frequency, vibration, our energy, how it affects that. I fully believe that. He absolutely knows when things are out of place. He is I've referred to this child as an agent of chaos, in a good way. He thrives on it. The more chaotic, the better. Um, and it used to be actually the exact opposite. When he was little, he would get into our pantry and pull the canned goods out into the floor and stack them. He would stack these things, and this is like he's 2. He's 2, maybe 3, and he's stacking these cans as tall as he is. I tried doing it, and they'd fall over, but he'd stack them in a way that they wouldn't move. And these are the type of cans where they don't have that bottom, the seat into the top. You understand what I'm saying? So he would he would stack these things and move on to another one and stack those and stack that. He had like 3 or 4 stacks of cans in the middle of the kitchen floor. It's like, son, this is amazing, but I have to pull all this crap back now. Chaotic order. See, I'm the exact opposite. If there's too much chaos, I'd lose my shit. I have to have some type of order, and there has to be some type of semblance of order. Otherwise, I'm not fooling with it now. Nope. 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 Now he likes Legos, but as far as other toys go, he he's a strange child in that regard. Most people would say. I find it absolutely fantastic because that's less money I have to fork out. That sounds awful, doesn't it? But but it's true. uh he uh he doesn't like regular toys. He can make things. He can make his own toys. Um he made a squid out of tissue paper and string, and I was playing with that. That was the tentacle monster, the Kraken from Pirates of the Caribbean. He likes to play video games, the Legos video games. He's superb at. Um, does a lot of other stuff like that. It's great. Um, oh, something else I want to tell you guys about. Um, I've often taken him out to the place where I used to do my research and my investigations, and he would call it the spooky woods. The spooky woods. He knew something was up with it. He knew it. My son's a math kid. He's discovered chemistry, and he's liking chemistry. Um, we have we have this dry erase board calendar that we put everything on in our kitchen, and it maps out our month. Okay, what do we have planned here? So we've got structure and order, and everybody knows what's going on. And we've got this one little box drawn out that he put some type of mathematical equation and a double helix strand in it. What 9-year-old does that? He put a strand of DNA on the dry erase board. I'm going to have to take a picture of it and put it on, and just post it. Absolutely. I mean, he's excellent at it. Excellent. Wow, that's crazy. My nephew could take a penny, a dime, a quarter, any coin, and this is when he was like 2. He's old enough to walk. I'm barely talking, but he take that coin and put it on the table, and he go, "Th-" and it would spin, and it would spin and spin and spin and spin. I'm like, wow, amazing, and he could still do that, and he's going on 16. Ray he very well could have been. He very well could have been. It's crazy. You just have that mindset, man. I've heard about that too. He did a triple helix. No, he drew a triple. He drew a double helix. Uh, a DNA strand on that dry erase board. It's crazy. I was like, son, is that a chain of DNA? He said, yes. Buck, dude, how in the world are you, man? It has been a hot minute, dog. What up? What up? Got to get you on the show. We got to talk. Sciencey stuff. It does. Life gets life really does. It goes by so quick. Right. I have a new thing I'm considering. A new theory. It's a bit wacky, but something to consider about Bigfoot, etc. You had me at wacky, son. You had me at wacky. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. He drew it on the dry erase board. Had some type of wild equation. Oh my goodness. We're reaching at the top of the hour. Let's see. I have my phone set on vibrate, but I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything from a little woman. Pardon. Lord of Mercy has been another good show, I think. We've had a wonderful conversation. As always, you guys have opened my mind a little bit more to a lot of other things. Come on, Buck, spill it. Okay. Sandra, you have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm so glad you should come by. So glad. And if I don't have the show Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, I've been lucky it hadn't fallen out. My son's art is very abstract. Um, he draws what he sees, if that makes any sense. He's he's colored in the lines now, but barely, but he still does his own thing. Dude, that's freaking awesome. And if that's so, then that won't be around long. Pharmaceuticals, big pharma won't stand for that. Medical industry it won't stand for that. They can't make any money off a cure. They can't. They can't make any money off a cure. You know, given credit where credit is due, the Bigfoot savant theory about autism in relation to the Sasquatch and how they act. That's Christopher Noel's gig. I can buy into that. I can totally buy into that. I mean, you look and see how everything falls into place. A few sentences explain, but essentially it would expound on Bigfoot's being poorly designed and by extraterrestrials, but it's a bit more in depth. Oh, okay. I'd be interested in hearing this theory. Um, Buck, are you busy Monday? Are you busy Monday? Let me get back in touch with you, bro. I'm getting ready to. Max, are you busy Monday? No. Hey, knuckles are so white. I bet. I bet. Um, glad you made it there safe. Cool, cool, cool. Buck, Max, would you be willing to come on the show and discuss this Monday morning? What do you think? I want to hear about this. I do. I want to hear about this. This sounds very interesting. I'm up for new ideas. Up for new ideas. So I'm trying. I'm trying. I want him to do his own thing, draw what he sees. So, guys, I'm not guaranteeing of a show. Well, you know what? Let's just make things simple. This will be the last show for the week. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I'll be back Monday. And hopefully, okay, hopefully, Buck and Max and I can sit around and have a conversation about Buck's new ideas. I want to hear. That's how it happens, man. It's hard to find. Oh, Max, can you wear your suit again? Yeah. Yeah, he knows you ain't got to get all gussied up for this show. Look, I'm wearing my horse today. Oh, all right, everybody. Again, it's definitely improving this. It might. All right. Okay, I'm wrapping it up now, guys. Thank you so much for another great time. It's been good. And we'll see you guys Monday. And until then, Merry Christmas. And I love you, mean it. And I do. I mean every last bit of it. Thanks, all of you, for coming by and floating this boat that we call the Ravens Outpost. Later, Claude, Papa C, Ray, Max, Mr. Lee, Lorette, Buck, Pyro. You guys have Papa C. You guys are great. Thanks, y'all. And Merry Christmas, everybody.